So, just a little bit about me. I came from Iceland the day before yesterday, and it's been really, really good hearing about democracy in Cyprus and in Europe, because as you probably know, Iceland is not a member of EU, so we are all the way up there in the north, so this type of discussions we don't have, and also, as you have probably heard, the Nordic countries have a different set of dynamics regarding democracy, so it's been really enlightening for me to be here with you all. She did a great job saying my name, Sigurlaug Jóhannsdóttir, and I am a democracy advisor for the city of Reykjavik, and I'm a political scientist. I also teach about democracy at the local level. So I've been working and doing and studying and researching democracy for quite some time now. So, and I'm very glad to share with you what I have to say about what we do in the city of Reykjavik. So this is my office, Human Rights and Democracy Office, and these are the subjects. And I'm going to apologize right away because I have lots of slides and a lot to say, so I'm going to try to talk quickly, and you have to stop me if I'm moving too fast. But we can also talk later, and you can get my slides if you want them. So there are the topics. We have the subject of our office, of course, democracy, and we have gender equality, gender budgeting, LGBTQ, multiculturalism, inclusion, elderly affairs, security issues, and differently abled, which is a new name for that subject. So first, about the bad news. The Nordic countries are supposed to be the countries of democracy, equality, happiness, and so forth. I presume you've heard about that. So last measurements we had, the trust in city council is currently at 13%, falling by 8% since the last measuring. Trust in parliament is 25%, falling by 11%. Voting turnout is 61%, as you see on the bottom of the last election is 61%, and it's men are voting less than women, so it's about 6% difference there. We also have hate speech, populism, and undemocratic discourse, so there's not only good news coming from Iceland, but the good news is we have a clear mandate. For my job and for our office, we have a clear mandate from our politicians, and we implement the democracy policy and all our projects, and we are fully supported by our politicians. And you know this, key elements of a successful democracy: education, transparency, trust, participation, information, free and professional media, inclusion, rule of law, and then, of course, the different approaches in different cultures and countries. You do things your way, and we do things our way, and the only thing I know is what we do, so that's what I'm here to tell you a little bit about. 2 years ago, the first democracy policy of the city of Reykjavik was ratified in city council, and the main goal of a policy is to increase citizen participation. I'm not going to read through all the text, and so I'm just going to go on. Threefold statement of purpose for residents, for politics, and for the administration, and it's about effective collaboration between these factors that lead to a successful outcome in a democratic city. We have an action plan, like all good policies. We have 21 new actions and 22 measurable goals, and we have a working group implementing the policy, and I'm in charge of the implementation process. And at the end of this 2024, we will have a new action plan based on what we have achieved, and then going forward with new ones. And this is the decision-making process as we see it. We can go back and forth, listening, examining, informing, and change if needed. So from paper to practice. We have lots of projects supporting our policy and our commitment to democracy and participation. Of course, the policy is above and beyond all of our projects. We have residence councils, we have My Neighborhood, which is a PB project, we have a consultation portal, we have a suggestion portal, consultative committees, youth councils, and then there's the city administration. We have in the planning zoning area, we have some also some really extensive collaboration platforms, which is yeah, it's a bit too complicated for such a short speech, but you can read all about this online, and that's also what we try to do, is translate and have our web pages and all our projects in English and also Polish, because the Polish community in Iceland is really large. This is the website, Reykjavik.is, EN for English and participatory democracy, and then you can read more and participate through this page. So our most famous and most talked about democracy project is the PB project, Participatory Budgeting Project. We call it My Neighborhood. We've done it 10 times now. The voting, the 10th voting was finished on last Thursday. So we have quite an experience running this project, and it's all within the administration. There is no politics involved. No politics, as in almost no politics. We have executed little less than 900 ideas over these 11 years. We allocate 3 million euros each time, and there is a 2-year timeline. It used to be every year, but we had to change it because we weren't complete. We couldn't complete collecting ideas, reviewing them, voting on them, and implementing them in a year. It was impossible. So it was a point of dissatisfaction when people thought, well, we voted on this idea last year, but you haven't really implemented that yet. So why do a new cycle? So we changed the timeline, and we do every other year, and we doubled the budget. So it didn't. But then there was COVID and budget cuts due to COVID. But so it's temporary, we hope. So I hope we're going to go back to the 6 million we had in 2021. There are, of course, rules, because when we put the ideas to voting and they are voted on, we really need them to be executed and implemented, because you cannot go tell people, well, we're going to change your idea, we're going to do this differently, so what it is that you voted for is not going to happen the way that you expected it to be. So that made us go back and make rules about the project, and these are the rules. We have had so many terrible ideas, you wouldn't believe it. but the reviewing phase is necessary to filter out these terrible ideas. They are very undemocratic sometimes, and you wouldn't believe what people come up with. So in order for ideas to be approved, they must make Reykjavik better. They need to create something new. They shouldn't be about fixing what's old. They should not have an annual operating cost. They should fall within the subject matter and strategy of the city of Reykjavik. They should cost less than the total amount allocated to each district. And then it must be implementable within 1 year and on city-owned land. Those are the rules. We do a lot of promotion campaigning during this voting and idea collecting phases. We use social media, we use newspapers, we use we have a whole department. We also have a advertising agency, and we do a lot of promoting and advertising, bus stops. We go to the swimming pools, and this physical presence of our staff is very important, and there's really much value in it for the project and for the city, because people, when we come, they really want to tell us everything that they wanna, what they're missing and what's wrong in the city, and what we need to fix, and and I think when we come, sometimes people are really angry, but when we leave, they are a little bit more happy because somebody came and they listened, and there is value in these discussions. And then when I come back at home to work, to City Hall, I meet with the politics, and I tell them, well, I was there at this elderly community center, and we went to this school, and this is what they said, and this is what's wrong, and so we communicate and we inform back to the politics and the administration and fix what's needed. And I can tell you a story about this old lady at this elderly home I visited, and when I came, she was really, really angry, and I asked her, how do you feel about this project? She said, this is no good. I cannot go to the pharmacy and buy my medicine because there is no bench and I cannot sit, so I cannot go to the pharmacy, and this is no good. So I called my friends, and a few days later there was a bench and she could walk to the pharmacy. I called the planning department and said, you have a bench somewhere we can put for this old lady, and and that's kind of how it is in Iceland. We aren't very far from each other, and we just do things, so it's not really complicated all the time. So, and the next time I met this old lady and I said, well, are you happy with your bench? No, I need another one. So, but we speak to people, we go out, and it's an opportunity to speak to people when we go out and we have something to say, show them, discuss with them. So that's kind of the benefit of the project. Here you can see the platform where we collect ideas. These are the 10 districts of Reykjavik. You just click on, choose one of them. You can choose the one you live in, the one you work in, anywhere. And then you put in your idea, and you can see all the likes and dislikes and discussions, and all of that are the numbers below. This is from last year when we collected ideas. This is the voting platform. Up there, the orange numbers are what the budget for the district. So this is a specific district, and you use the plus sign to vote for the idea. And then the square there up in the right corner is where you can get more information about locations and the idea author of the ideas, and some more information about them. This is just an advertisement and pictures from all 10 districts, actual projects that have been implemented and executed over the last few years. So there's all different things that we execute. This is the turnout. 2012, we had 8.1%. 2013, we had 6.3%. 2014, 5.7%, and you can see the rest. 2 years ago, we had 16.4%. That was a record. But 2 days ago, we finished our 10th cycle, and participation dropped again to 12.2%. So we're going to measure if people actually know about the project, but we according to this, well, we feel like this isn't really enough participation, so we would like to. We're always striving to make it better. We have residence councils; they get paid. 3 are elected from the city council, 1 from the parents association, 1 from the residents organizations, and we have an administrator, a project manager at our office, working with them. Open meetings, all are welcome, also online. Recordings available after. We have a suggestion portal, consultation portal. We're launching a new web in the beginning of October, in the middle of October probably. This is a picture of our old web, just to give you an example of collaboration processes we do. This is a pool was being reconstructed, so we put out a a project where people could put in their ideas, and this is a screenshot of the web before anybody put any ideas in, but we got over 1,000 ideas about what people thought was what they felt about the pool and the tubs and the hot baths and the play area. So we got a lot of, and we also supported this process with a physical presence in the pool. So we do lots of different things. We have consultative committees, intercultural council, elderly affairs, youth councils, accessibility, and consultative committee for people with disabilities. We have a neighborhood plan. So and what we and still remember the numbers from before. That's still the case. So even though we do all of that, that's still where we're at. So just to give you a few examples of our action plan for we have until this 3-year action plan. They are selected to support the realization of the policy. We're going to do a democracy compass where we have all the tools pointed out, both for politics, for public, and for the administration to where this is supposed to be a toolkit where everybody can read up and be empowered by our tools and use them to enhance the democracy of the city. We're going to publish educational material for both for the young people and non-Icelandic speaking. We're going to release an educational video. We're going to make citizens assemblies. We already started the youth democracy festivals. We're going to do residence panel, which is the idea behind it is the citizen jury idea, if you know about that. Surveys, open finances, and development in the dashboard where we can find the finances and all the information about how we use our budget and what money is being used for. Democracy in the workplace. This is, of course, an internal act, but very important. We have more accessibility because people complain a lot about the planning department and planning and executing. So this is an area where we have a lot of work to do, but we're not really we haven't really started it yet. Also, this is also about the zoning. With democracy in schools and recreational activities. School visits to the city hall, that's one of our acts. And so, and also as a good policy, we have also measurable goals, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So we have have a status, and then we have a desired status at the end of 24. So this is it's hard measuring democracy, but we try to do it anyway. So this is how we try to do it, and yeah. So that's all I think I have time for now, and I hope you. I hope it gave you some ideas, and if there are any questions or if you want to contact me, there's my email. Yeah, they're all the time. Do we have time for one question?
Good evening. Thank you very much for coming here to share all this really beautiful information with us, your initiatives. I consider what you do really very important because I heard you saying that you pay a lot of attention on what people say. You don't wait for people to come and talk to you. You go out and you seek information. You're looking for what it is that's in their mind, and you're trying to target their needs. Something that I would like to hear more about in regards to how you apply democracy, how you advance it in your city, is when it comes to minor populations. They don't have a voice, they don't vote, you don't really need them that much, but how do you tackle them? Do you go and ask, apart from the youth councils you showed, do you go to elementary schools, to kindergartens, are you trying to understand how it is they understand democracy in their heads, and what do you do with their voices once you seek them, if you do?
Thank you. Yeah, we don't go out on a regular basis talking to people about just this and that. We have some meetings. The residence councils are basically for that. They can come to them though and watch them online. They can contact the residence councils. They can also contact us. We have a very open social media. There is no message left unanswered, no comment left unanswered. Our mayor goes online and answers comments on his personal social media account. So we try to answer all questions we get, and we try to solve the issues as well as we can. And the PB project gives us an opportunity to go out and speak to people about that, and then we engage in conversations, but on a regular basis we don't go out and speak to people all the time. That's kind of not possible. So thank you very much. I think this is it for now. Thank you.